Hey guys, I wanted to talk to you guys today about travels, about where you should and shouldn't go, being that I am the Supreme Traveler. That is the title I have given myself, Supreme Traveler. I've been to 100 plus countries. I've been to officially 135 countries in my life. I'm right now in country 135, which is Namibia, and it is gorgeous. And I've been traveling. I'm not new to this. I'm true to this. 7 years, baby. Something like 7 years. I've lived all over the world. And so I think I have a very, 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 very good. And plus, the kind of traveler I am, I don't do tours and I don't book with travel agencies. I don't do any of that. I don't think that's the correct way to travel. If you want to do that, that is your prerogative. It is your life. You live the way you want to live. I don't mean solo. You don't have to go somewhere by yourself, but just go. I've never in my life done one of those like travel agency trips. I think that is so corny. It's like visiting a museum. It's like, no, go and figure it out. I've been to 135 countries alone. Nobody plans my trip. I go and I figure it out. I ask the locals where I should eat, blah, 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 blah. So I think that's the best way to travel. And so I'm going to give you, being that I've been to 135 countries, I'm going to tell you which countries are overrated and or cities that I overrated and I think are a waste of time and I don't like. And then I'm going to suggest an alternative to you. And then I'm going to tell you 5 to 7 places that I love. They're not overrated. And I could literally just go to these places for the rest of my life and probably will because I love them so much. So if you're interested, keep on watching. Make sure you're subscribed. Hit the like button. Leave a comment to where down below. Leave a comment telling me, where are you dreaming? I mean, dreaming of traveling. If someone called you up and was like,
I'm offering you a free trip. We can go right now.
Where are we going? Anywhere in the world. Comment down below. Where would that be for you? I'm really interested to know where you guys are dreaming of traveling. Before we get into the video, I have to shout out my supporters, my angels, because you guys know I'm on a mission to visit every country in the world, every single one. Yes. And I'm planning on finishing this year. I've been to 135 countries and there are technically 195 countries in the world. I've been to 135. So I have exactly 60 countries left to visit. Then I will be able to say I've visited every single country in the world and baby, this thing will be over or we can move on to other things. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, 60 countries left. And I think I'm going to finish January of 2026. That's the plan. And I need help. It's so expensive. It's one of the most expensive things you could choose to do with your life. And I definitely need help. So I made a GoFundMe and angels. I think exactly, you guys, 150 people have come to help me. And it just, yeah, last time I checked, no, literally I just checked. 150 angels have come to help me. And I just have to say to you guys, you are literally heaven brought down to earth. And I must thank you by name. So I'm going to shout out my recent donors that I haven't shout out yet. And just know that you are literally a reason that we're going to finish this challenge of visiting every single country in the world. And I couldn't do it without you guys. So I want to shout out quickly just to save time. I don't want to drag on because I could literally go on and on and on about you guys. I want to thank Orlando. Thank you so much for your donation. Thank you so much for your donation. It means the world to me. Victoria Gusto. I love your name. You sound like a very beautiful person. Victoria Gusto. I love that name. Thank you so much for your donation. Asia Lee, thank you so much for your donation. Asia, you're an angel. Desiree, thank you so much for your message and your donation. You're an absolute angel brought down to earth, sent to me by God. Thank you so much. Jessica German, thank you so much for your donation. Ness, I'm going to shorten your name so that I don't butcher it. Ness Taylor, thank you so much for your donation, Ness. Shida Goddess, I know who you are. You're somebody who comments a lot. I know your name. I recognize your name and you're literally my sis. Thank you so much. You are an angel on earth. And I think about you all the time and I pray for you all the time. Antoinette, thank you so much, Antoinette Regulus, thank you so much for a donation. It means the world to me. I don't know how to say this name. Liege. Thank you so much for your donation. It means the world to me. Hayward Smith, thank you so much, Hayward, for your donation. It means the world to me. Kathleen Nixon, thank you so much for donation. Those are the recent ones that I haven't named yet. Thank you so much for donation. It means the world to me. You guys are my angels. You're a reason that we're going to finish this challenge of visiting every single country in the world. And if you haven't donated, if you can, if you are in a position where you can, and if it's on your heart, it would mean the world to me. Everything helps because of power in numbers. So if you can donate, please do. If it's not Maryjane in her own strength, it's me with the help of you guys finishing this challenge. We're gonna finish it together. Couldn't do it without you guys. And so yeah, we're in country 135. We're in Namibia. I'm in Africa because Africa has 54 countries. I've officially been to 12 with your guys' help. Couldn't do it without you. I've been to 12. So we still have 44 African countries left. No, 40 African, yeah, 42 African countries left. And I'll finish the continent of Africa. So I've been, to a lot of places, and where I've been so far, I have recommendations for you guys, or just if you just want to know the 5, or I have 7 places that I really did not like, that I think are extremely overrated, or I just don't like them in general. I think that I had horrible experiences there. And then I'll tell you the 7 that I loved, and they're not overrated at all, and I'm obsessed with these places. So let's start it off. You guys already know. Let's not start it off with the obvious one. You guys already know the obvious one, but we're going to talk about that one later. They're not nothing special for me, and I didn't really enjoy my time there that much. That country, number 1, is South Korea. I don't love South Korea. I've been there many times because you guys know I used to live in Shanghai, China. I used to live and go to school in Shanghai. And so often, a lot of my friends, when going to school, it was so easy and so cheap and so quick to get to South Korea, to get to Seoul from Shanghai. So we went a lot. I've been to South Korea maybe 6 or 7 times. And I was so excited to go the first time. And it just fell flat for me. It's mind-blowing, so maybe I'm comparing it to Japan because I love Japan so much. But the last time I was in South Korea, I was there for 2 months. Why? I don't know. I was there for 2 months, and baby, I was so freaking bored. Like, after, in my opinion, 1 week, there's not that much to do in South Korea. Where on the other side, Japan, you will never run out of things to do in Japan. There's so many beautiful places. Tokyo, Kyoto. Tokyo, I think, is actually the least interesting part of Japan, but it's Tokyo, so yeah, sure, go. But Kyoto, you guys know Kyoto is my life. Kyoto, I live in Kyoto. It is, to me, I will never get tired of it. I was there for 100 days. Just, you guys know, it's where I came from in the beginning of the year. I was crying, like literally tears were flowing out of my eyes the day I had to leave. 100 days wasn't enough. Osaka, Hokkaido. There's so many, like, you will never run out of places to visit, things to do. There's so many different, the food, oh my gosh, the lifestyle, the people, it's just everything to me. Japan is the perfect place in the world to me. So maybe that's why South Korea falls flat for me. I was so bored after the 2nd week. There's not much to do other than shopping for beauty. Yeah, it's good for that if you want to get skincare products. They've got like the world's best skincare products, sure. Yeah, of course, okay, you can get a facial and you can get beauty treatments. Other than that, no, South Korea is nothing special for me. If you want to go to South Korea, I would say go to Japan because Japan is very close to South Korea, and then just go there for like 2 or 3 days just to say you went and just to see it. And then you can leave, in my opinion. That's my opinion. Obviously, everything in this video is just my opinion. Another place that I just didn't enjoy, Belgium. Literally, Belgium, this might be random, but it's just like, it made me so depressed being there. The way the city, I'm talking about Antwerp, but the whole country, I've been all over Belgium. It's just, I'm depressed when I'm there. I don't know why. I think it's like the architecture, like the way the buildings look. I just feel like I'm inside of a depressed town of, I just don't like Belgium. Every time I go there, I don't like it. I don't like Belgium. I'm sorry. I'm not a Belgiumer. No, 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 no. I don't know if that was random though. Obviously, you guys know I'm not into Egypt. I think it's pretty safe to say that I hate Egypt. It's just a mess. The amount of sexual harassment I get every time I'm there is just insane. The lack of respect. I feel like I'm not respected at all. At all. The men there just look at you like you're a piece of meat, especially if you're by yourself. I just saw on Instagram another girl. She went to the Egyptian government to complain. She is Chinese and she's a full-time traveler. I just saw her video on Instagram, has 45 million views, her showing how she was treated when she was in Egypt. How are you treated? Like, if you're a female, like a piece of meat. The way the men look at you, like you're just a sexual piece of meat. Another place, Tunisia is similar to Egypt, and I really like Tunisia. People are really kind there, and it's very similar vibes. New York City, I think it's extremely overrated. I think it's overrated by far. I don't know how anyone really likes New York City. When I tell you New York City, and I can say this because I'm from New Jersey, literally, that's where all of my people are from. Everyone I'm related to is either in New York or New Jersey. I'm a Jersey girl, which is very similar to being from New York. It's just literally down the street from where I'm from. Not down the street, I mean like maybe an hour away from where I'm from. And my family, I have family there. And I think that New York City is just a mess. It's just a mess. It's just a hot mess. I honestly don't know why people overhype the city. And like the smell is the first thing that hits you. It just smells like garbage. There's rats everywhere. If you go out past 8 p.m. there's rats. Oh, there's rats all over the place. It still was a mess. And it's incredibly dangerous. One thing I love about Japan or Dubai, you could literally go to a Starbucks and then like, say that's where you want to work that day, like, or you want to go to a cafe, you can literally leave all your stuff. You could literally leave money out. You could leave your phone out. You could leave your purse wide open. Leave, get on a phone call, come back 40 minutes later, all your stuff is going to be there. For me, that's the kind of places I have to live. You know what I'm saying? And that's Dubai, and that's Japan. You could literally leave anything. That's the world we should live in, but we don't. New York City, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? You cannot walk away from anything, not even your children. New York City is New York City. There's no other New York City. And if you want to see the bright lights and the Empire State Building, I get that. So I'm not going to tell you not to go, but I'm just saying that I think it's extremely overrated. But in the same breath, it is New York City. And it's like, it's so popular that people want to go to say they've been. And I completely understand that. Another one I just talked about recently, Zambia. I did love Zambia. I think that, in my opinion, nobody was really that nice. People were very rude to me, and it's just like, I don't know, I didn't like the vibes. Like, I was in the grocery store several times, and like, I don't know, no one smiles. It just was like, whoa. To me, everyone seemed miserable. Like, everyone's just kind of like, you know what I mean? Like, when you travel to Southern Africa, I would say go to Zimbabwe if you want to stay, and then take a day trip to Zambia. That's my recommendation. Or you can even take a 2-day trip to Zambia. But everything you can do in Zambia, you can do in Zimbabwe. So I'd stay, if I were you, in Zimbabwe, and like I said, do the day trip. I'm actually going to be back in Zambia because I wanted to do the Devil's Pool. Devil's Pool is where you can hang over the waterfall, you know, and I couldn't do it when I was there because it's rainy season and the tide is too high, you'll die. So you have to do that when rainy season is over. So I wasn't able to hang over Devil's Pool, but I'll be back when rainy season is over so that I can actually do that. Yeah, Zambia, didn't love it. London, I do not like London. I've been several times. I just think the food is nasty. Like, the food is nasty, and then like, first of all, it just seems very similar to the United States in a way. I mean, it's still different, but like, I just don't think, if you're going to take the time out of your life to go on a vacation, I wouldn't pick London. If you're working within a specific amount of time, you know, why would you go to London? There's so many other places you could go that are so much more beautiful. they'll steal the phone right out of your hand. I got my phone stolen there. And then like, yeah, people aren't super friendly in London. And then like, I just don't know what people do there. What do you do? Shop or eat? Go out to eat? The food to me is not good. I can recommend you 6,000 places to eat in Europe other than London. You know, the vibes are low. The food is nasty. People aren't very friendly. And the vibes, it's just like, what am I doing here? Shopping? What do people do? Okay, you can go to some museums. I've been to some museums, but it's like, you're going to go to London to go to museums? I'm not a fan. But I think you should take a day trip, if anything. Yeah, sure, do a day trip to London. But other than that, I'm not a Londoner. Okay. Let's talk about places that I've loved now. Boom! You already knew, you saw it coming. Japan. I could talk about Japan for the rest of my life. Like, if we sat here, I could go on about Japan and the video would be 3 weeks long. I don't know. If you're a foodie like me, Japan is heaven. Oh my gosh. And it's at all levels. Like, say you're on a budget and you really can't spend that much money on food or whatever, you could still eat really delicious food. There's like little mom and pop places that have beautiful food. But let's say you're not on a budget and you can go to some Michelin star places and like, you will experience life at a different level. Japan is insane with the food. Are you kidding me? Food is at such a high standard in Japan, bro. Oh, I'm just in food heaven when I'm there. Food heaven. Every day I'm like, am I experiencing real life? Or am I in euphoria? And the friendliness, people are so friendly in Japan. They bow to you. Even if you walk into McDonald's, they'll bow to you. Everyone is treated with respect. It's clean as a whistle. You could walk in anywhere. And that's one thing that annoyed me so much when I was in the United States. I'd walk into a Starbucks and it was filthy. I can't stand that. You walk anywhere you walk, any Starbucks, anything, any cafe, any bathroom, it's going to be, you could eat off the floor clean. The whole country. You know what I'm saying? Let's not go on about Japan. This video is never going to end. You guys know I have about 6 billion Japan videos on my channel. We're not going to go on. You guys know how much I love Japan. It's a perfect place to me. Next is South Africa. I love South Africa. I really love South Africa. It's beautiful. It lives up to the hype. I like how diverse it is. It's very diverse. It's like a really cool country. I think that you would never run out of things to do in South Africa. You could go to so many places. Durban, Johannesburg, Cape Town. There's so much to do. You could do the safari thing. Yeah, it's clean. People are friendly. Yeah, I loved it. I felt very at home in South Africa. Next of my favorite places is Afghanistan. People always get surprised when I say this. If you haven't seen my Afghanistan videos, watch my Afghanistan videos. The amazing thing about me in Afghanistan is, like, I'm very famous in Afghanistan now. I'm sorry, I just gotta flex a little bit because of my videos. So every time I go back, it's like people know me and it's like they're so happy that I spoke well of Afghanistan. Like, every time I go back, you guys know I've spoke to the president of Afghanistan, they don't have an official president, but they do have like a president of sorts in Afghanistan. I've spoke to all the top people in Afghanistan, and on the streets, like, every time I go back there, I've been 4 times, every time I go back there, people are like, thank you so much for your video, speaking well of our country. Like, honestly, I have nothing to gain from speaking good about Afghanistan. It is beautiful, it is gorgeous, and the people are the kindest, sweetest people you will ever meet in your life. They are so sweet and hospitable and kind and courteous, and the country's so poor. It's also incredibly safe, contrary to popular opinion. That's why I always say you have to go somewhere and not listen to what people say on the internet. Go figure it out for yourself. But yeah, I love Afghanistan. If you haven't watched my videos, watch my videos from Afghanistan. I show you all the good stuff, and I'll be back there very soon because I'll probably go back to Afghanistan every year for the rest of my life. I love it that much. Another country that is absolutely heaven is Switzerland. Switzerland really is a dream. It is a dream. Like, it's like Sound of Music. Beautiful. It's just insanely beautiful. There's so many cities to visit. Lucerne, Interlaken, Gstaad. Bern is even beautiful. I kind of like Bern, but there's so many more beautiful places. Switzerland is drop dead, freaking mouth dropping open, beautiful. And all times of the year, even the summer and winter. So yeah, it's insane expensive actually. It's crazy. Wildly expensive, but yeah, I just have to say that it's beautiful. In my opinion, it's worth the money. And to me, if you only have a specific amount of time to go somewhere, make it somewhere that's going to make you happy and it's going to be beautiful and it's going to be like an escape. And that's definitely Switzerland. It's gorgeous. Gorgeous. Another place is Italy. Italy is a dream. It's not overrated. But the thing is, the big cities are overrated. Rome, I hate Rome. Hate it. I have videos about how much I hate Rome. It is horrible. It's just like going to an overcrowded museum. It is just overrun. I think it's the most visited place on earth. It is overrun with tourism, or one of them. And it's all like fake Italy now. Like most of the restaurants you go to in Rome, they're owned by foreigners. It's not even like an Italian. You guys, I have so many Italy videos. Lago di Garda is oh my gosh, you guys, I cried when I was there. It's a beautiful wine vineyard town in Italy. It's like when I went there, I was like, I can't even talk. Is this real life? Oh my gosh. Lago di Garda. Book a trip. I also love Florence or Firenze. Oh my gosh, I had the best meal of my life. Best thing I've ever eaten was when I was in Florence, Italy. I still know exactly where it is. It's this little mom and pop restaurant, and I had simple pasta, tomato pasta with tiramisu. It was a simple meal. It literally ripped my heart out of my chest. I've never had food like that before. Italy really it's not overrated at all. But I would say that the big touristy places are Venice, Rome. I hate them. There's so many places you can go in Italy. Even Positano. I don't like Positano because it's just a big tourist. It's like gotten to the point where it's not even enjoyable anymore, but it is insanely beautiful. But these places that just become these tourist traps now are very hard for me to enjoy because it's just like, oh my gosh, there's kids running around everywhere, bad kids, and there's trash everywhere, and everybody has a selfie stick hitting you upside the head, and it's just like, I can't. So that's why a lot of these places, I'm like, I can't even like them anymore because of the tourist nature of it. But there's so many beautiful places in Italy. I would recommend if you had like 3 or 4 weeks to travel somewhere, just spend the 3 or 4 weeks going around Italy. Go up the coast, go down southern Italy, go up, go to the top, go to the Horn. Just get lost. I always think that's the best method of traveling. Get lost. Don't even have a plan. Go there and be like, we'll see Sorrento, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Just figure it out. Book 5 nights in a hotel somewhere, and then be like, oh, we'll see we're not even sure where we're going next. This is a cute little town. This is the best way to travel. Don't have such a structured plan where somebody's like, we're gonna do this, and then there's like a robot leading you around, or not a robot, but you know what I mean. In my opinion, that's just so less fun. Let exciting things happen. There's like, you don't even know what's gonna happen today. You don't even know where you're gonna eat. Just go walking. Just go exploring. Italy is amazing for that. It's beautiful and it's so romantic. When you're in Italy, if you're single, it really is depressing because it's like the romantic nature of the country is just overwhelming. It's so romantic. So for sure, if you have a boo, Italy is just, you'll fall. If you're having trouble reigniting your marriage or something like that, I think a trip to Italy would help. It's just so romantic. So yeah, and another place is Croatia. I love Croatia. I feel like it's really underrated. Maybe that's a good thing. It hasn't turned into like a tourist hub, that's all ruined. Croatia's gorgeous. Gorgeous. The food is amazing. The people are sweet. There's so much to do. It's got these gorgeous beaches. Obviously, I have more places I like. but those are definitely the top. So, all right, I don't want to belabor this video. I don't want to go on too much. I don't want to waste your time. I hope I could help if you're just trying to decide where to go or where not to go. If you have specific questions, leave them in the comments. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Make sure you're subscribed so you can watch, so you can enjoy this journey of me visiting every country in the world. And I hope to inspire you to go places you maybe thought you'd never go, or, you know, live outside the box a little bit. So I love you guys. I'll see you in my next video. Bye.